A first alert update on a story we've been following for a while now. Grand Chute town board member Ron Wolff has filed a counter lawsuit against his former administrator Jim March. March filed a wrongful termination lawsuit against Wolff and the town board after they fired him in May. March claims he was fired for reporting Wolff to law enforcement after Wolff obtained a public contract for his landscaping business. Wolff is now facing charges for having private interest in a public contract. Investigators say March warned Wolff that as town board member, he was not allowed to bid on public contracts. But Wolff's countersuit claims March lied to him about a fake loophole he could use to obtain the landscaping contract. The lawsuit requests March be ordered to sign a letter accepting full responsibility for Wolff's public contract violation.